Hello everybody, welcome back to a new Practice With Me video. Today we'll look at one of the most famous, ubiquitous and useful chord progressions or cadences in music, the 2-5-1 progression. If you're into jazz, some pieces of music are actually built exclusively with this 2-5-1 progression. In classical music, it's used extensively for ending pieces of music with cadences and also throughout the composition. In pop and rock music, you'll find it between section to section, to finish a song, and also of course for modulating to other keys. So it's a must-know progression. Without getting into all the theory, 2-5-1 simply means that in any key we're in, let's say C major for the purposes of this, my 1 chord is of course C major, my 2 chord will be D minor, my 5 chord is G major, and my 1 chord again is C. So from the relative piece of C major, you'll notice the tension building up a little bit with the subdominant D minor, up to more tension with the 5, and now it's really pulling you towards the 1 again. Okay, so that's the basic idea. Now, to make things even more obvious, we can use 7th chords. So instead of D minor, we'll play a D minor 7th, to a G 7th, which is the definition of a dominant chord that pushes you back to the major. Now the major could be simple major or major 7th. For this practice we'll use only 7th chords. Now because the 2-5-1 progression is so important, I would like you to actually learn it into 2 different places of the neck, basically 2 different fingerings. And so here's the basic patterns we'll use to do the whole workout and to play it in all keys. First of all, we're going to start in C major again. And the first chord we'll use will be this D minor to this G 7th to this major 7th. No matter what key you're in, you're always going to be playing this progression. But I also would like you to study it in this other configuration, which will be with the root on the 6th string. We'll have D minor 7th here to G 7th to C major 7. This way you'll have one of each on the 6th string and one of each on the 5th string, which is a great thing to have when you improvise and you're maybe on the spot to come up with a chord progression. Okay, so we'll do this in every key. I'm going to demonstrate slowly for you the first 2, and then as always we'll follow the circle of fifths throughout all 12 keys, and by the time you're done with this you'll master the 2-5-1 chord progression. If you need any help at all with the circle of fifths, make sure you check out this video I made not too long ago where I go into all the details about why and how to use it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start in C major, right? First set of chords will be the 2, D minor, the 5, G 7th, and the 1, C. On the C, I'll give you 4 beats so that you have your time to then switch to the D minor again, but in the alternative configuration, down to G 7th, and back to C. Now I repeat the whole thing in the next key, which is F. So I'll go to the 2 of F, which is G minor 7th, C 7th, which is my 5 chord, to the 1, F, and then the second set of chords, same key, G minor, C 7th, F. And then we'll come B flat, so I'll do the same thing as long as it resolves. Now the alternative fingering, which will be here, and then start again for E flat, just like that, and I go through all 12 keys. One more thing I like to point out before we begin is that, as you are used to in this series, when I play the workout you'll be able to follow along with tabs or diagrams up here. Now today, because this is a bit of a complex and long workout, I would like you to be able to do it maybe even if you haven't necessarily memorized the circle of fifths yet. So here's how I'll do it so you can always play along with me. For each key I will display up here the 2 chord progressions. So you will see the D minor, the G 7th, and the C in the first set of chords, with the C lasting twice as long as the D and G. And then you'll see the second series of chords, again D, G, and C. Now, when you get to the final C, or to the final 1 chord, you don't have anything else to do. So you're just sitting there for about like 3 or 4 seconds just waiting. So at that point, After you've played this chord, you'll see the graphics switch to the next key. That will give you a second or two to read it and go, oh, I have to go to F now. So G minor 7th, C7, F. And you'll be able to read along now for the whole duration of the key of F. Once I hit my final F, I will switch again to the next key. That will give you again a couple of seconds to find your place. All right, I'm in B flat, and then you'll be able to read the whole thing, and so on and so forth. So if you see the graphics switch a bit early, it's so you can, know where you are and follow along with me. That's it, let's begin. If you were able to play along with me through the whole thing, congratulations. It's not as easy as it seems. If you aren't quite there yet, don't worry about it. Keep doing it and you will get there in no time. Thank you so much as always. If you'd like to help me make more of these videos, you'll find the Patreon link below, which by the way will allow you to download all these workouts in a handy PDF. You'll find affiliate links you can use at no extra cost to you. Maybe subscribe, like, share. I will greatly appreciate it. But no matter what you do, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye.